I'm Dan Kahn, and welcome to the last episode of Fast News for 2020 from Kahn Media. In today's episode, I wanted to take a moment and reflect on the year we are leaving behind. This pandemic is so unique because, unlike a recession, where the economy is reacting to and adjusting to market forces, this was indeed a suppression as a result of outside forces, most notably the coronavirus. Some businesses were forced to close or operate under extremely challenging conditions, while others were allowed to continue running. Many failed, while some prospered. For managers and workers alike, these uncertain times, shifting rules, and an overtaxed supply chain have made daily stress a blanket that covers everything in our business lives. I was born into a family of entrepreneurs. It's in my blood, and the simultaneous challenge and reward that comes with small business ownership is really hardwired into me. The same goes for many of my friends. And this pandemic has been our war to fight too. While the doctors and nurses and first responders have fought to keep people healthy, we have been the ones on the front line, risking everything, our homes and our livelihoods, everything there is to risk, fighting to keep our economy running and our employees still employed. It wasn't the government, it wasn't global conglomerates, many of whom prospered during this pandemic. It was the small and medium-sized businesses that stepped up and kept people working, who figured out how to pivot to remote work, how to Zoom, how to split shifts at factories and plants, how to build barriers in offices. It's a silent war of attrition that we have waved these many months, but there is now light at the end of the tunnel. We have challenges ahead, but like the roaring 20s that followed the Spanish flu a century ago, a boom time will very likely follow this grim year. And we'll be ready, because nothing forces change and rewards diversity like a crisis. The U.S. auto industry leaned into industrialization to build the arsenal of democracy during World War II, and they were rewarded with decades of prosperity when that war ended. And I believe that businesses that learned how to adapt, leaned into digital, social, and consumer connection, the ones that figured out you can't fake a great experience, but if you can create one, customers will reward you for years. Those companies will learn from this experience and will prosper for the years to come. And we're here to help. It's why Kahn Media was created 12 years ago and why we are looking forward to a tremendous 2021. At the start of this year, I stayed busy with my family, running my business, helping clients, and volunteering for SEMA and other organizations. Then COVID hit in March, things got uncertain, and we decided to lean into the challenge. The best way we could think to do that was by sharing our knowledge. So we started a newsletter, began publishing KM 101 how-to articles, and also started a series of videos like the one you're watching right now. 10 months later, I'm extremely proud to say we produced 42 newsletters, 60 how-to articles, over a dozen panel discussion and news videos, and 2 hugely in-depth market research case studies. We've created in-depth articles on how to sell direct to consumer, hosted video chats with some of the industry's top journalists and influencers, and offered tips and tricks for maximizing both PR, social strategy, and digital consumer marketing. We've pulled together some of our favorites from the year in each category to give you an opportunity to check them out if you missed them or if you want a refresher heading into 2021. You can find a recap of all of this content in the notes below this video, along with links to our best stories, case studies, articles, and checklists. I'm proud of the work we've done this year, of the resilience and creativity of my team working through very challenging times, and of our amazing clients who place their trust in us despite the cancellation of events and a radically shifting economy. We think of ourselves as part of each client's team, like we're all part of a family, and the trust and faith they put in us means so much. Honestly, it's what drives me personally to wake up every day at 4 a.m. and start work with a smile. So to them I say, thank you. And to all of you, have a very Merry Christmas, a wonderful New Year. I think we've all earned it. That's all we have this week. Please check out the stories listed below. Hit subscribe below this video to see more of our content. And send your feedback to fastnews@kahnmedia.com. We'd love to hear from you, and we're looking forward to doing more of these videos next year.